Today I want to talk about decisions. We make them every day, from concrete ones like paper or plastic, to more hypothetical ones like which impractical joker would last longest on a desert island. The answer, by the way, is none of them. They all die at the same time while trying to prank a jungle cat. But specifically, I want to talk about political decisions. If the good guys get in power, they're going to have to make a lot of decisions, and right now there seem to be two camps within the right who have very different instincts. Here's what I mean. GK Chesterton once heard an English politician say about a political institution that it must be mended or ended. Chesterton reflected that people tend to think of mending and ending as being along a spectrum. The moderates want to fix institutions, and the extremists want to nix them. If some American politician said he wanted to end the Department of Education, another might answer, well, I wouldn't go that far, and instead suggest some kind of reform. But Chesterton says that mending and ending are opposites. Here's a quote. Mending is based upon the idea that the original nature of a thing is good. Ending is based upon the idea that the original nature of a thing is bad, or at least has lost all power of being good. Let's take it out of the political. Imagine you're put in charge of the Fast and Furious franchise. You own all the rights. You can make more, stop making them, or pull them all from distribution. But whatever you do would depend on whether you think the Fast and Furious franchise was a good thing in the beginning, whether it still is, and whether you think it can be again. Before asking what you should do about something, you first need to know what it's all about.
A family.
Not what I meant. So before you decide what to do, you have to ask some important questions. But there are two kinds of people who don't ask these questions. One is revolutionaries. Revolutionaries don't ask these questions because they want to end everything that bothers them. These are the people who think the solution to a broken clock is to burn down the clock factory. Ending things is all they know. The other kind of people who don't ask these questions is managers. They don't ask them because they're just concerned with smoothing out processes. These are the people who would put up a hang in there poster in the Hindenburg. Mending things is all they know. This brings up one of Chesterton's most famous concepts, commonly called Chesterton's Fence. It's a long quote, but it's worth it. In the matter of reforming things, as distinct from deforming them, there is one plain and simple principle, a principle which will probably be called a paradox. There exists in such a case a certain institution or law, let us say for the sake of simplicity, a fence or gate erected across a road. The more modern type of reformer goes gaily up to it and says, I don't see the use of this, let us clear it away. To which the more intelligent type of reformer will do well to answer, if you don't see the use of it, I certainly won't let you clear it away. Go away and think. Then, when you can come back and tell me that you do see the use of it, I may allow you to destroy it. This paradox rests on the most elementary common sense. The gate or fence did not grow there. It was not set up by somnambulists who built it in their sleep. It is highly improbable that it was put there by escaped lunatics who were for some reason loose in the street. Some person had some reason for thinking it would be a good thing for somebody. And until we know what the reason was, we really cannot judge whether the reason was reasonable. Revolutionaries would tear down the fence without a thought, and managers would protect the fence without a thought. Neither one of these kinds of people should be in charge. People who lean toward mending things might be surprised at how much just needs to go away. The truth is that if we were to repeal the 20th century, as Murray Rothbard suggested, we would still have everything that made America what it was. There are some things that we think of as integral to America, but are actually younger than our parents. For example, the Department of Homeland Security was started in 2002, and it's okay to wonder if a government agency is really necessary if it's no older than Like Mike starring Little Bow Wow. On the other hand, people who lean toward ending things might be surprised to find out that some things are worth conserving or restoring. As Russell Kirk said, the American order was the result of 3,000 years of human striving. Now that revolutionaries have torn down a lot of that order, these decisions aren't so easy. But that's life. Chesterton didn't tell us what fences are worth tearing down. We have to take his principle and apply it wisely. My hope is that we get leaders who understand when it's time to fix something and when it's time to say goodbye. Though for some things,
It's never goodbye.